Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. Have you been following the latest updates in Ripple's dispute against the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission? In the current legal struggle between Ripple and the SEC, many people and companies have been cited at least twice. In recent developments, it appears that American global financial services provider JPMorgan Chase & Company is also contributing to the mayhem. Large-scale use of XRP is possible if Ripple prevails in the SEC litigation and trading restarts on major cryptocurrency platforms like Coinbase. This is what the 2021 edition of JPMorgan's North American Equity Research Report said. This research highlighted XRP and suggested its potential for widespread use. The price of XRP, like most cryptocurrencies, had been falling in recent days. However, Ripple Labs worked tirelessly to expand the use of XRP, particularly in the realm of cross-border payments, by signing additional partners for its Ripple network and on-demand liquidity service. According to the beginning of the aforementioned JPMorgan research, Ripple's blockchain-based digital payment network, XRP, was specifically designed to facilitate transactions. The network's advantages include cheaper transactions and faster money transfers. According to the article, instantaneous wire transfers are becoming increasingly popular, although they are expensive and can take up to 5 business days to complete. With Ripple, XRP transactions take only 3 to 5 seconds on average to complete, and the associated fees are under $0.0001. Due to the large number of intermediate institutions required to complete an XRP SWIFT transfer, higher fees are levied on both the sender and the recipient. Bank of America, Santander, and American Express are just a few of the more than 100 financial institutions represented on the Ripple network. JPMorgan included Ripple's own words to further on XRP's advantages over other stable coins in their white paper. Emma Yokosawa, Director of Global Operations. In international settlement, XRP's role as a bridge asset does not compete with stable coins, but rather complements them. Unlike stable coins, which track the volatility of the currency they are connected to, XRP is not tied to any other currency. You should all know by now that discussions of XRP will inevitably turn to the SEC versus Ripple litigation. That's why JPMorgan's final goal is the Howey test, and why they're willing to hand over the possibility of a Ripple victory. When these 4 requirements are met, an investment contract is said to exist under the Howey test, capital put into a shared venture with the hope of earning a return through the efforts of others. If the SEC can prove these 4 things, it will win the lawsuit. Ripple will win the case if she finds that any of the aforementioned conditions are not met. Hopefully the firm will come out on top. In light of the SEC case, prominent cryptocurrency exchanges like Coinbase have resumed trading. There will soon be widespread use of XRP. By saying this, it sounds like JPMorgan is praising Ripple. But hear me out. Ripple, a blockchain business, has been fighting the SEC for a very long time. That is common knowledge among you. However, recent developments reveal that there is a twist to the plot, with banking titan JPMorgan playing a role, albeit a peripheral one. Someone in the XRP community apparently submitted a FOIA request to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, and banking behemoth JPMorgan in August 2022, seeking records of their contact regarding XRP and Ripple Labs. A member of the XRP community named Ashley Prosper has requested that the SEC and JPMorgan's conversation about Ripple Labs be made public. There have been several setbacks for this request, but the most recent response letter indicates that the SEC has received the search results and is currently examining them. However, the government organization stressed that there are numerous files that must be kept secret. According to the email sent to Ashley Prosper, our preliminary records analysis suggests that we will need to engage in the CT substantiation procedure for a significant number of records, particularly those for which confidential treatment was sought upon submission. A consultation of this nature will likely lengthen the review process by about 60 days. So, what was Ashley's motivation for doing this? According to the FOIA request submitted by Ashley Prosper, It was December 2020 contact between JPMorgan and the SEC that ultimately resulted in legal action being taken against Ripple Labs. Prosper's article is fascinating because it references a blog called the Blue Sky blog, which discusses donations in relation to SEC enforcement. Question: how much, if any, money does Jamie Dimon and JPMorgan give to the Securities and Exchange Commission? As soon as I finish my upcoming FOIA. He continued by saying that the litigation has hurt thousands of people who own XRP tokens. It's worth mentioning that in 2019, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse said that JPMorgan Chase's recently announced digital asset misses the objective of cryptocurrency. JPMorgan Chase announced its blockchain-based JPMorgan currency at the time, with the intention of using the asset to improve the speed and accuracy of certain settlement processes. Garlinghouse tweeted in response right as the news broke. As expected, financial institutions are shifting their stance on cryptocurrency, but JPM's effort misses the mark. Introducing a closed network now would be like launching AOL 2 years after Netscape's IPO, and bank currencies aren't the solution. Of course, that doesn't mean JPMorgan actually influenced the SEC to go after Ripple. However, Ashley Prosper, along with several other members of the XRP community, claims that the SEC's decision to go after Ripple in December 2020 was influenced by some private firms. Prosper filed the FOIA request because he thinks JPMorgan and the SEC had something to do with the ongoing Ripple case. However, little progress has been made in obtaining the records from the SEC despite extensive attempts on everyone's part. Prosper informed the XRP community in March that the SEC had delayed the documents' distribution until the end of the month. But that didn't work out either. This being the case, in light of the SEC's ongoing delay, Ashley Prosper has revealed that he has contacted FOIA advocates to pursue legal action. He thinks the public should pay close attention to what the SEC has to say. Therefore, the XRP Army member is requesting that the material be provided for free so that the public may learn more about the power private firms have over the SEC and its employees. The materials are confidential, however, since District Judge Annalisa Torres has not yet issued a ruling. One prominent digital asset investor has reacted to the news by speculating that the JPMorgan emails could be much larger than those of Hinman. According to the tweet, these messages could be more significant than the Hinman emails. Holy cow, that's a lot. You are all aware of the uproar that followed the release of the Hinman papers. If you haven't heard, former SEC official William Hinman gave a contentious speech in 2018 in which he proclaimed cryptocurrencies like Ethereum and Bitcoin to be not securities, and his emails contain the internal communications that led up to that decision. The authorities attempted to withhold the paperwork. After 18 months and 6 successive bench rulings, the SEC finally provided Ripple with the files late last year. The Hinman files were released to the general public. This has given the Ripple versus SEC battle over XRP's classification as a security a new twist with the publication of documents connected to the Hinman speech. A smoking gun was supposed to be SEC Bill Hinman's 2018 statement in which he said Ethereum wasn't a security, although it's not entirely apparent that it is. This means that other leaks could end up hurting Ripple. The SEC also has a note detailing a discussion between Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse, CTO David Schwartz, SEC Chair Jay Clayton, and Hinman, which took place in August of 2018. According to Garlinghouse, Ripple is in limbo because of the debate over whether or not XRP is a security. Clayton cut him off, adding that this was not the place for such talk. And it was Clayton who, shortly before leaving office, sued the SEC. A memo looks to be advice from a respected lawyer, but the author's name and the recipient's names have been blacked out. And view is offered that XRP is not a security. However, the report's supporting arguments are overly hopeful. A few days ago, the Hinman papers were made public, and with them came hundreds more revelations. Having said that, the information presented here is now public knowledge. Ripple's interactions with cryptocurrency exchanges in pursuit of XRP listing are detailed in one set. Obviously, that doesn't bode well for Ripple. Meanwhile, Garlinghouse has likened the SEC's position on cryptocurrency to a drunken denial. In light of these events, XRP stood out as a relative bright spot among the otherwise dismal performance of the cryptocurrency market. Recently, as many investors are still wary following the SEC's actions against Coinbase and Binance, which were filed only days before. As of right now, it's all just murky water. The outcome of the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit is unpredictable, even to legal experts. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you in the next video. Bye.